In Mobile, police are investigating a case of child abuse. They say a 2-year-old died a day after being taken to the hospital for a near drowning.
But as Fox 10 News reporter Derica Williams tells us, that child sustained other injuries as well.
A 2-year-old is dead, and now Mobile police want to know exactly what happened inside this apartment complex. Officials say Kevin Guy, the boyfriend of the child's mother, was the last one with him.
Mr. Guy had called us and he had reported that he had put the child in the bath and left the room. When he came back, the child was underwater. When they arrived there, they found a child that was unconscious, transported him to Mobile Infirmary West, and then he was later transported to Children's Women's Hospital.
Police began an investigation and noticed there were obvious injuries on the child. Corporal Chris Levy says the little boy had bruises all over his body. Sadly, the next day, the 2-year-old died.
At this point, it has not been ruled a homicide. The doctors did an autopsy. They're trying to determine what the actual cause of death is. At this point, it's hard to say that whether or not the injuries that we put him in jail for is the cause of death, and that they have not been able to determine that up to this point.
He was a good, sweet little boy. He said, that's all I can say is sad.
At the time, neighbors at the frantic scene tried to ask a guy what happened.
I asked him as they was bringing the kid out, you know, she was screaming or whatever, and I asked him, I was like, well, what happened? Everything okay? He was like, man, I don't know. He just stopped breathing.
Neighbors say they never heard the baby crying or saw anything out of the ordinary. In fact, every time they did see the child, he was outside playing and in good spirits. While police tried to figure out why the child died, many folks are still mourning the tragic incident.
Like I said, any kid, you know, you feel for him because he didn't deserve that.
Reporting from Mobile, Derica Williams, Fox 10 News.
Guy has been charged with willful child abuse. Once the findings from the autopsy are complete, police will determine if he or anyone else will face further charges.